Welcome back. It is Janelle from Infinite Potential Healing, and today I want to talk to you about the new year. What in the hell am I talking about? Great question. I would love to tell you. So, I have my fire horse here because we know that we just had the year of the fire horse come in, and I actually got this bad boy in Nassau in the Bahamas on the day of the Chinese New Year this year. The reason that I wanted to talk to you about this idea of kind of three separate New Years, we touched on it a little bit last week in the videos, but I wanted to dig a little bit deeper today. When the traditional New Year hits and we have the turning of the calendar from, December of the previous year into January of the current year, we are deep in Capricorn season. Now, truth be told, if you want something done, if you want somebody to get something done, a Capricorn is the person you want to do it for you. Capricorn is cardinal sign of the zodiac. We will absolutely get shit done, and we'll probably take notes and take names while we're doing it. We'll do it very effectively, very efficiently. But the other thing that we have going on when we have that flip of the calendar into the traditional New Year, if you will, is that we're in the middle of winter in the Northern Hemisphere. So winter, cyclically, rhythmically, is all about rest. It's all about retreat. In the Northern Hemisphere, we know it's usually freaking snowing. It's cold, the trees don't have leaves, the grass is brown, there is no sign of vegetation or life outside anywhere except for the evergreens. And honestly, even they're looking a little sad and depressed that first week of January, rightfully so. So because of that, and honoring the rhythm of nature and the rhythms of our bodies, it's not a great time to set intentions. You'll notice I did not say resolution. We already talked about that because I don't use that word. I don't like that word. So that's kind of our first New Year. So, okay, now we're in a new calendar year, but we're supposed to be resting. We're supposed to be preparing. When the Chinese New Year comes in, and this year again, year of the fire horse, we'll have to give this bad boy a name. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Maybe drop them in the comments. I'd appreciate it. But this year, Chinese New Year comes in, it seems a little bit more likely, it feels a little bit more natural to start thinking about intentions because we've moved out of Capricorn season and we've moved into Aquarius season. But Aquarius is an air sign. It's cerebral energy. It's about big, outside of the box ideas. It's a thinking energy, a strategic energy, a planning energy. So again, a great time to start thinking about setting intentions, but not necessarily the best time to start taking action on them, despite what our fire horse might be telling us this year. However, when we get to the zodiac New Year, which in my estimation is the new year of all New Years, when Aries comes in the spring equinox, that is what I feel like is the most natural New Year and the true New Year. Because Aries is the very first sign of the zodiac. It is a cardinal fire sign, and that energy actually matches up really freaking well with the energy of our fire horse. So now, if we've spent the time between the Chinese New Year and the spring equinox thinking about and planning the intentions that we want to set, when Aries comes in, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars, as we know, is a fiery planet. That's why it looks red to our naked eye, and especially on any sort of telescope or satellite views. So Mars is all about initiation. It's all about energy. Mars is also the warrior god. So it's about going after and fighting for those things that you want and constructively using fire energy in a structured, logical, and disciplined way. So you can see how that actually matches the energy of the new year. And again, in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in that spring equinox energy. And what do we know about spring in general? Spring is when things start to come back to life. It's when we finish up our rest period. We finish our proverbial slumber, if you will. It's when we finish kind of, sleeping and resting, and we start to want to be outside because usually, hopefully, although I live in Michigan, so not always, it's nice outside and it's warm and the sun is shining and the breeze is blowing, and we can see that trees start to bud and flowers start to pop their little heads up and open and blossom, and all of that, because that is the cycle of life, that is the cycle of nature, and therefore the cycle of the universe, causes us to want to take on that energy of opening, shining, blossoming, being seen, and initiating things. So that is why I feel very strongly that the spring equinox, when the sun comes into Aries, is the new year. And that energy is coming in for us on the 20th of March, which is when the spring equinox comes in the northern hemisphere. Sometimes it can be slightly earlier or slightly later, depending on time zone, depending on the specific time that the sun enters Aries. But this year in the northern hemisphere, it is on March 20th. It almost always is, give or take a couple of hours. So you've got some time to prepare for that energy, which is why I'm talking about it now. And we've even got a mascot to use with our wonderful fire horse. So be thinking between now and then, and even be dreaming, because now we're in Pisces season. So what dreams do we want to act on? What have we held in our heart that we want to manifest and co-create into existence once the sun enters Aries at that spring equinox and the zodiac new year begins? Because you're going to have an entire zodiac year, so from this Aries season until next Aries season, to act on that with the current energies. And that is a wonderful and very empowering thing, and hopefully that gives you some ideas as how you can use the astrology at play along with the other elemental and energetic elements to plan your best, most productive, happiest, and most beautiful life.